bunch of you to shout your own name. Do that. Because it's about all of us. It's about all of us.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, October 29th. It's a little late. It's 6 o'clock in the morning over there on the East Coast, so I will make this quick. I will go over with you. And here we go. Where are we? Yesterday. Yeah. Why did this scroll down? Because there was a new message that somebody posted, which they're not supposed to do. Anyway, started out last night, Sunday night, after the futures opened up, or just before they opened up. Oversold bounce expected. Watch for that 58.45 on the SPX. Up there, ES 58.70, 72. ES 58.20 should support. So anyway, as we came back, threw out there a couple of trades for you last on Sunday night for those of you with interactive brokers that can trade after hours, 58.55, 58.50s, $2. The risk trade, 58.40, 58.35s, $3. That was overnight. And then again at 1 o'clock in the morning while all of you were sleeping and I was still awake, 58.75, 58.70s for $1 for anyone that wants to be safe. And as we went into the early morning prior to the sun rising up, we were approaching that 58.45 over there on the East Coast. And I had an ability to give you a more accurate contact, 58.40, 58.35s, getting 325, 375 credit there at 6:44 in the morning. And as you saw, very confidently at 8 o'clock in the morning, I said, enjoy your downside. And as you saw at the end of the day, what did you wind up getting? Nothing but a full credit, 200% start to the week. So I will bring you over on to what we did, which was fuck all. We didn't even hit 20 points. In this screen that I have, only looking back at where we bottomed in April at 49.53.56, once, May 29th, couldn't break 20 points. Over here on June 18th, during OPEX week, couldn't break 20 points. And then once again on July 9th, couldn't break 20 points. What does it mean? That's all it means. It means that we couldn't break 20 points. We closed well below the open, down 10 points from the open, closed green on the day, which is more significant so that we could avoid having 2 consecutive red closes. And we stayed in the 5800s the entire day yesterday. So again, what does it mean? All that it means is that we are heading in, and this is something that I will make a note of. It's all that I'm doing for you because you have a plethora of overnight possibilities coming on Wednesday after the market closes with Microsoft and Meta. And then on Thursday, Halloween, Amazon and Apple. Okay, Intel we'll throw in there as well. But you have Microsoft and Meta tomorrow after the close. Today after the close, all we have is AMD and Alphabet. Not that large of weight as far as it goes on any of the indexes. But what we did have this morning was British Petroleum reported earnings, their worst quarter since COVID. Q1 2020, horrific quarter. Ford, terrible report last night, down 6% today, lowering all of their forecasts going into 2025. And later this morning, we get McDonald's, which we've traded McDonald's a number of times during the course of the year. There will be a trade on McDonald's after the report comes out, and I'll share that with you in a minute. So anyway, over here on the SPX, again, what we're looking at is a big bag of, is Tim going to be right? Is Tim going to be wrong when it comes to him looking for a red October? Because we have had 5 consecutive or 6 consecutive, I've got to look back because I don't remember, green monthly candles in a row, and we've done this twice in 20 years. And both of the times that we did it were in initial recovery periods. We're at the end of the end of the end of the end. And here we are with green month, heading into the election. So anyway, what I'm pointing out, okay, is this right here. This column of white after this one October 8th green. October 8th is the last time the SPX reached plus 1% intraday. My personal view on this, with plus 1% being 58.8176 today, which would mean a new all-time high, is there's no fucking way that's going to happen today. Get a drop, significant drop down into the 5700s, 57 for that monthly candle view, and then there might be a possibility of having an earnings report pop up, gap up, and everything go crazy so that we can get that plus 1%. But as of right now, going into today would be 15 trading sessions since we have not had a plus 1% move. Go back, it's happened pretty significantly like this before during this run. Here was a large run over here in June without a plus 1% day. Here was an even longer one here coming from May into June without a plus 1% day. All I'm doing is pointing it out. Same thing over here back in March. Very lengthy run without a plus 1% day. So I'm only making a point to it that it's there, it's hanging in the windows, so it's something that you want to at least be very well aware of, that it's there. And if that chance comes, you better fucking believe that I will be putting out a bullish put credit spread trade on that day. QQQ ate its entire gap. 495.32 came down to 495.40, and it covered it overnight. QQQ is the reason why we were able to be confident that SPX would have that downward move yesterday. IWM took everything that the QQQ gave away, which is why you had a plus 1.86% move on the IWM, and the IWM closed up above that 221 area. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. So anyway, I'll take you to the charts because we have very little to cover, and we have a pretty decent day coming on our hands. So here we are with the SPX looking at a 3-day view, just so that you can see your lows from last week, your big 5,800, 57.95 question gray area down here. We came down and didn't fill the gap to 58.08, but we made some decent progress. Failed on that 10-day moving average, didn't touch the 5-day moving average. Actually, I think we came close to it because it was at 58.19. But both of them have moved down now. 20-day moving average will be moving up. So everything's going to be consolidated in this zone. This 58.30, 5800 area is where you'll have your three significant moving averages, your 10-day, your 5-day, and your 20-day. Get a move where your 10-day and your 5-day, which are already inversely, stacked bearishly, that 20-day get a break, and you could have a little bit of momentum so that I don't look like an idiot, that I don't know what I'm doing, and we progress towards that red monthly candle at 57.57. Come on to SPY. I haven't updated my SPY chart in a long time, so I'm kind of just showing this for hieroglyphics. 574.50, that was your low from last week. Here's your all-time highs at 586, so you're kind of stuck in that box right there below the 10-day, just above 580. I don't have any magical trend lines that tell you when to make a ridiculously large position on calls for the minimal upside that there is, but that's what's there in front of us. 50-day moving average being down here at 567, down just fractionally below the October 8th lows. So, QQQ. Like I said, you filled that gap, and that gap is completely gone, so we can remove that. You had an overnight move almost up to 500, down here to 495, a 5-point move to the downside, better than minus 1%, and not looking very nice over there on the QQQ. But again, all the big boys start reporting this week. Big boys, 5 of the big boys all coming in. Anyway, 495, again, your gap fills down here somewhere in this 492 area. Your 20-day moving average being above 490 now. So you're still in this playground. Anything that you see up in this 495 area, expect it to be failing. As close to 500 as you can get, that's your best short that you're ever going to be able to find. IWM, again, here's your big gap to be filled over here from the weekend. pushed above that 221.41. I started looking like I wasn't too intelligent as far as this goes, but I like IWM for the weakness. Again, with British Petroleum having reported a horrible report. A lot of small caps, a lot of small oil and gas companies over there in the Russell 2000. I don't see any significant reason why we should be up here in this 220, 223 region for very long. So move on from there. The Dow Jones, the DIA, I have not updated that. Oh, didn't want to do that. Undo, remove triangle, duplicate triangle, move this one down here because, again, I didn't update this from the weekend, and we will just move this on up. You got a big gap over here onto Dow Jones to be filled from over the weekend, just pushing above that 420.72. Again, you got McDonald's reporting today, you got Caterpillar reporting tomorrow, you got Apple reporting, you've got Microsoft reporting. Give it some time. Give it a day. Give it 2 days, because again, the position that I've got is going out in December, going out in January. Not worried whatsoever about DIA as of now. So here, McDonald's. McDonald's will be reporting earnings today, after this morning, before the market opens. What I tell everybody is to look at that 277. 277 is your big spot over there on McDonald's. 277. 277, 271. We're up here at 300. 317 is where we reached to. Now, I've got a cleaner version of McDonald's, I think is cleaner. There you go. Yeah, that's cleaner. I haven't updated this, so again, apologize for what we've got going on here. But looking at it from a bigger, broader, wider point of view onto this, and the default, I think, is better. Well, no, I don't have anything drawn. Anyway, I'll just bring you back to my McDonald's chart. And here you go. Up here in the beginning of the year, 300, bang, bang, and then boom, the move down. We were trading the hell out of this 299, 295 region to get short. You've had an amazing move coming off of this Gaza invasion low from back here in October of last year, which it completely retraced to. And here you are, which the chart buddies will all say, look at this inverse head and shoulders. Bang, this thing's going to 500. Well, you're hanging here back again under 300, right at the 295 area. We would hope that we don't get a major sell-off prior to the market being open. But anything up in this 310 region, I would definitely be considering looking at the 300 puts. But again, the big pivot being down here at 277 with 271 below. And ultimately, if you are like Mike and you want to be like Mike and you want to go out to January 2026, 270, 260, 250, that's your region. AMD going to be reporting earnings after the close today. AMD is minus 30% from its all-time highs. Again, haven't updated my gaps on AMD, but AMD is minus 30% from the all-time highs. Only back here in September 11th, did it go green on the year at 144. Bigger, broader, wider view on AMD, and you can kind of see how AMD is looking like a dead fish in the water over here with your diagonal, which you don't need to draw, but not looking very bullish over on AMD. So they'll be reporting after the market closes. We will see what they have to give. And here is Google zoomed in, because Google has still not filled that gap from back here in Q1. Google still hanging up above this 150 region. Google at present, right around minus 12% from the all-time highs. Gap to be filled from up here, from going back to August the 1st. Your big gap from the earnings drop back earlier in July. And again, with Google, I'm a shareholder of Google. I don't see anything significant on Google, but again, Google is part of QQQ, as is AMD, and that's where you want to focus your attention. So anyway, I'll leave you with that. SPX, again, 58.30, 58.35, 58.45 being your ultimate upside, 58.20 being your questionable area, and then your 58.05, 58.00. And again, remembering, not forgetting, and remembering that on the SPX, since we have made this move up back in October 10th, once we have closed below 5,800. So the risk trade today that I've shared at $4 credit over there, That is risk in big, bold letters. 5805, 5800 calls. Today being Tuesday. Where are we? I don't believe I have updated this because I had the typhoon. I do not believe, no, I did not update this. I did not. October 8th was Tuesday. Again, green day on Tuesday. Red day the prior Tuesday, October 1. When was our other Tuesday? Our other Tuesday was October 15th. Down 44 points. October 22, down 3 points. Today's Taco Tuesday, October 29th. So heading into the end of the month, we're up 1% on the month. We're up less than 70 points on the month. Let's see what we get.